I think as Christians, something that we need to stop doing so much is attributing faith characteristics to secondary theology. And what I mean by that is, for example, a hot button issue right now is annihilationism. The idea that when you die, if you aren't saved, you may go to hell for a little bit, but eventually you'll serve your time and cease to exist. As opposed to the more traditional view, which is that for eternity, you will be in the pit of fire, in hell, if you are not saved. And one thing that I've been, and I am not an annihilationist, so I don't agree with that. But one thing I've been noticing, really on both sides, that we've been doing, is annihilationists will say, "Well, think about it. Is it really just to send someone to hell forever for sins that they committed for 70 years? Would that really be a just God?" And I don't think that's right, because this is an issue. This is a secondary theological issue on which you could be very wrong. And now you are hinging your belief. You are saying, if annihilationism is incorrect, then I serve an unjust God. And that's very dangerous. And in the exact same lens, goodness gracious. In the same sense, non-annihilationists will say, they will really ramp up the effects of sin and say, sin is something that needs to be dealt with. And thusly, if God doesn't send you to hell for eternity, then is God really a just God? And again, that hinges on, you are now hinging your the justness of God on a secondary theological point that may very well be incorrect. And so and I think Calvinists do this. I believe there's a lot of secondary, pride affirming, gay affirming people believe this too. They hinge, we serve a good God, on this secondary belief where they could very well be wrong. And that meaning, if I were to prove this point wrong, if I were to prove annihilationism wrong, now I can say God is no longer a just God. And that is not right. There are only a few points, there are only a few key things where if this wasn't true, I would not be a Christian, right? The resurrection of God, the coexistence, the co-eternity of the three, the Trinity. These are things that matter to my faith. But just to be honest, annihilationism, whether it's true or not, doesn't change the fact that I serve a just, a loving, and a merciful God. And that's it.